welcome to this reading. So I am so excited to start doing these readings. Every week now we're going to look into the twin flame energies. I know this is something that you guys want. Not everyone will, so if you don't want to watch these readings, then that is fine. It's just for those who are interested in what the divine masculine, divine feminine energies are, what is going on in the twin flame collective. We're going to get into as much detail as possible. So the decks I'm going to use, we're going to use the Witch's Tarot for the divine feminine energy. I'm going to use my Rider-Waite for the divine masculine energy. I'm going to get a different deck for what's going on between them both. And we're going to use my Soul Connections Journey deck along with the Divine Connections Journey deck by JJ Butterfly. So yeah, let us just begin. So I want to see first of all, what is the divine masculine current energy? So we're going to see what is going on with the divine masculines at present. So these are flying out. We have the Hermit. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so lots of cards on the table. There's lots of communication blocks at the moment. There's a serious misalignment here within the divine masculine energy. So the divine masculine right now is in this hermit mode, is isolating, is withdrawn and retreating. Why? Because the divine masculine currently is thinking about what kind of tangible new beginning he can give to his divine feminine, and also what areas of his life can he experience new beginnings. There's so much disappointment here with the Five of Cups. So many things haven't gone to plan, things haven't worked out the way he wanted them to work out. I see that the divine masculines right now with the Seven of Swords, they're struggling to let the past go. They keep looking back. They keep looking back at the situation with their divine feminine. They're realizing where they've betrayed their divine feminine, where they've not trusted, where there's been miscommunication, misunderstandings, arguments, disagreements, things which didn't need to happen. Because I'm seeing here the divine masculine really acknowledging where he's acted from a place of ego and kind of wanting to resolve things, but at the same time feeling too stuck right now. So the divine masculine energy right now is very stuck, really struggling to get things moving, really struggling to even see what opportunities are in front of him, not just in relationships, not just in love or in this connection, but generally the divine masculine right now is really struggling to cultivate any kind of change. So he's kind of gone within. He's withdrawn completely. Perhaps you've seen this for, anywhere up to like the last week to like the last couple of months. Maybe since like the end of last year, I want to say like September time, October time, you felt your divine masculine pull away. And that's because he's going through this really big awakening, this really big transition, a huge change here. There's kind of like missed opportunities. I do feel like the divine masculine here has missed out. So I don't know if the divine feminine has been reaching out to her divine masculine and he's not been replying. But this is because right now you two are not ready to build something. I'm showing the divine feminine stick being a lot longer. So the divine masculine is like here, divine feminine is here. If you try and put a roof on that, it's going to be slanted. Until you're both at that same level, you can't really build something which is equal, balanced and stable. So divine masculines currently are really struggling to leave the past behind. Definitely wanting to speak about the past where it's gone wrong, but at the same time they don't want to have any emotional conversations. I'm hearing I can't keep it together. So I actually think if your divine masculine tried to open up about the past, then I think it would be too emotional for him right now. I feel like he would definitely struggle with that. Let us use a Soul Connections Journey card to see a bit more about this current energy. So let's see anything else about divine masculine current energy. There we have it, action, and it kind of like fluttered down, very indecisive. Look, I said the divine masculines are wanting to give this tangible new beginning, wanting to take action, but they just don't know how right now. They feel like things are so distant between you both. They feel like this is a big distance, to cover. Like there's a lot of compromise needed, a lot of movement and progress that right now he doesn't feel ready to do, because he is still looking backwards. He's still looking at what's disappointing and what's not gone to plan. So as long as his focus is on those things, he is going to struggle to take action. Let us get a divine connection journey card as well. So anything that we need to know about the Divine Masculine's current energy, please, Spirit? New beginnings. Holy fuck, guys. What did I say when I got that Page of Pentacles? Right now, the Divine Masculines are focused on these new beginnings, on getting these beginnings off the ground. A new cycle is here and a new start is arriving. So right now, they feel like they want to give this new beginning, this opportunity to their Divine Feminine. But first of all, they have to go within. They have to go in this hermit mode. It's only from going in hermit mode that they can then come out and really take action and embrace this fresh start between you both. So right now they're definitely thinking about it. That's what they're reflecting on. They're reflecting on, how can I put the past behind us? How can I close out this cycle of separation, of miscommunication, of arguments and conflict? How can I end that and build something more stable with my Divine Feminine? So let us now look into the Divine Feminine's current energy. I'm going to kind of go backwards and forwards between them both. So Divine Feminine's current energy, let's see, what do we need to know? Okay, we have the Hanged Man, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So right now, the Divine Feminine seems to be having some abandonment wounds triggered. The Divine Feminines currently are feeling a little bit stuck, not really sure what it is that they can focus on, not really sure even what the lesson is or what they can do in this space between them and their Divine Masculine. It's like they know intuitively that their Divine Masculine is going to come up here and surprise them with some kind of communication, but they don't know when it's going to happen. So it's hard for the Divine Feminine here to move forwards, knowing that that surprise message from her Divine Masculine is going to come at any time. So the Divine Feminines, really going through quite a big spiritual awakening, realizing that they can move forward and they can still hold space for their Divine Masculine, but they don't have to stay stuck or stagnant. They're definitely realizing where they need to change their perspective. Divine Feminines are going through this shift in their mindset right now. I'm showing like psychological changes taking place, lots of little cogs kind of fitting together. So the pieces are starting to fit into place. But the Divine Feminine can't help but shift this 5 of Pentacles energy, this feeling of being left out in the cold by her Divine Masculine. There's definitely still some abandonment wounds which the Divine Feminines are working through. Really trying to heal that, really trying to find what is missing or lacking from within, finding, or even, from her life, what it is that she wants in her life that she doesn't have right now, which isn't related to her Divine Masculine. There's lots of signs and synchronicities here for the Divine Feminines. So pay attention to that. Now we have finances. So I do feel like Divine Feminines are really focused on career, on material world, on things which she can influence and change, rather than obsessing over her Divine Masculine, where it feels like there's lots of things going on which are outside her control right now. Divine Feminines have recently been through quite a big ego death, and now there is healing needed to take place. Look, awareness and forgiveness. So exactly what I said, Divine Feminines are going through this awakening, realizing what I want. So the Divine Feminines here are kind of going off, searching for what they want, finding it, rather than waiting, like I said. It's like they've had this light bulb moment of realizing, actually, there's things I want to achieve in my material world. There's things I want to understand, I want to learn about, I want to have success in these areas. But we do have forgiveness here as well. So Divine Feminines are trying to forgive their Divine Masculine for leaving them out in the cold, for walking away from them. It's time to offer forgiveness to this situation. So right now, Divine Feminines are trying to forgive. And it's definitely not easy, but that's okay, because I'm shown that this is a huge lesson to learn. Forgiveness, compassion, unconditional love. So the Divine Feminines really, at the moment, are realizing what they want, are trying to forgive their Divine Masculine. And as they forgive, I do see opportunities here taking place. It's like, as you let go and forgive, that is when this surprise message comes in, comes completely out of the blue. Both of you are currently reminiscing about each other. Both of you are fantasizing a lot about each other. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge right now. Both of you are very nostalgic. I'm going to get some guidance now for the Divine Masculine. So we'll see what guidance they are receiving. What guidance are the Divine Masculines receiving right now? the sun. So the divine masculines are really being guided to bring that light back into their life, to embrace their inner child, to have fun, to be free, to come in with this peace offering for some. They're being guided to really feel quite hopeful and optimistic again, because what they're experiencing at the moment is obviously quite heavy energy. So they're guided to find ways to lighten the load, to make things a little bit brighter again, to come out of the darkness, to come out of the shadows. With this sun card, I feel lots of needing to kind of connect with, heal and embrace their inner child. The divine masculines right now are really having to work on those inner child wounds, you know, to work on being more compassionate with themselves, being more loving towards themselves as well. Divine feminines, you're being guided with this 9 of Pentacles. So divine feminines are being guided to, you know, let go of fears and actually just embrace this period of herself, of self-development, of self-love, of fun, laughter, spending time with friends, being independent, being successful, being high vibes. The 9 of Pentacles, to me, she's like the queen who doesn't want to be a queen. You know, she's like the queen who turns down the crown because she's like, I don't want those responsibilities. I know I'm a queen. I don't need the crown to prove it. That's the kind of energy divine feminines are being guided to get in. Realizing your worth, your potential, realizing your power and influence without really having to like assert that power. You can just be like, yeah, I'm a boss bitch and it doesn't matter what other people say because I know it. It's that kind of confidence. You know, some of you might be thinking, oh, that's really arrogant, but it's not. It's self-love. It's saying like, look, I know my worth. I don't need anyone to validate it because I know. So divine feminines are being guided to really get into that energy of just knowing her value, her worth, and really being confident in it. Divine masculines, they are being guided to bring about some kind of offer towards their divine feminine, because look, in the sun card, he's obviously surrounded by sunflowers, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Wands holding a sunflower. So the divine masculines are being guided to like pick this flower and bring it to their divine feminine, to bring this offer, this opportunity. It doesn't have to be big. It's literally a sunflower. It's something to brighten her day. So divine masculines are being guided to literally do whatever they can just to bring a smile to their divine feminine's face, you know, to bring about even like a little token of appreciation or something. And divine feminines, you're being guided to, you know, get in this energy and get out of this energy of fear. Stop worrying, because every time you worry, you're creating blocks. There is nothing for you to worry about right now. You know, it's important that in this reading you understand the current energies, and hopefully realizing that will give you that freedom. You can break free of these like mental restrictions and get yourself back into a place of trusting this connection. Okay, we are going to look at divine feminine and masculine's next steps. So we're going to see what it is the divine masculine has planned next, divine feminine's got planned next, and then we're going to look into what's going on between you both. So let's see, what is the divine masculine's next step here? Divine masculine's next step. 10 of Cups. Wow, guys, you really can't make this kind of energy up. But divine masculines are actually planning some kind of commitment here. 10 of Cups with a Hierophant on the bottom. They really are thinking about traditional relationships, about how to bring that commitment, how to bring the happiness into this connection, like how to make the commitment. That's what I'm shown. It's the steps towards commitment. The next step isn't necessarily diving in with full-blown commitment. It's how do I get myself to that place where I can commit. So this is like working through any commitment fears that they have. And kind of like embracing this connection, you know, wanting it in the 3D, starting to put in some like some effort into making it happen. So let us have a look. Yeah, we have grounding. So the divine masculine's next step, it really is to start grounding this connection in the 3D, to start to bring some kind of opportunity to his divine feminine. Look, we've got union on the bottom. So thinking about ways to bring about this reconnection, to make things start to happen, basically. I do feel like this is leading towards commitment. I do feel like their next step is towards making something quite committed and stable. Oh, guys, you literally cannot make this up. The Divine Connections journey has literally just said family and life purpose. So the Divine Masculine's next step is literally, I want us to have a family. It is time for you to embrace your life purpose. They actually feel like having a family with you is something which is part of their purpose. You know, this 10 of Cups is for family cards. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean having children together, because some of you will be watching this thinking that's way past my time. You know, I've had my kids, I've had grandkids. So this depends on your situation, but the family card to me is about uniting two families. It's about bringing two people together to start to build a home together, regardless of whether this means children. For some of you, it definitely does. For some of you, this Divine Masculine right now is thinking about having a family. I'm getting lots of Leo energy coming through. They're very prideful. This person wants to be proud of their family, of their little unit that they have with you. So the Divine Masculine's next step is to like embrace their purpose with you. Embrace like this connection, realizing actually it is part of their path in this lifetime. It's really positive next step energy coming from the Divine Masculines today. Okay, let us look Divine Feminines. What is their next step? So Divine Feminines next step here. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Divine Feminine's next step here really does seem to be some kind of cord cutting, some energy clearing which is needed. Also, if you are checking your person's social media, you are being told right now, right here, to stop. This is stop with the spying, stop any sneaky behaviour, Divine Feminines. Get yourself into your 9 of Pentacles energy, because that is the energy which, you know, attracts this energy from the Divine Masculine. If you're sneaking around, then I can guarantee that, you know, that kind of mistrust is being mirrored here, and it's going to keep this connection stuck. So stop spying, stop sneaking, and start clearing your energy, cutting cords to your past, removing anything which has been blocking you from moving forwards here. Now, the Page of Swords is also asking you to communicate quite clearly, to be sure that you're expressing the words that you want to express. So Divine Feminine is your next step. You know, it really is to start clearing away the past and begin to move forwards again. We have Divine Intervention and Travel. So Divine Feminine, your next step really is to kind of like trust the journey you are on. When these two cards come out together, I always feel like it's about letting yourself be taken where you're meant to be taken. Divine Intervention is reassuring you that the Divine has this. You don't need to try and control this situation. You don't need to spy on this person. You don't need to sneak around, because it is under control. It's, you know, it's being managed, it's being maintained by much higher powers. So, you know, rather than you trying to push this forwards or trying to change the situation or control it, just let the Divine sort this journey out. You know, let the Divine really get you where you are meant to be. Yes, there's mountains to climb, but you don't have to climb these alone. I'm just showing someone getting on a ski lift. So it's like, just because you see this mountain doesn't mean you have to struggle. Maybe your guides have a much easier way over this mountain, and it's only when you accept their help that you can actually relax a little bit. Divine Feminine's next step, purging. So your next step really is to remove anything which is blocking you. I'm struggling right now and feeling low. Your next step is to purge, to really release anything which feels shit. Anything which feels heavy, any fears, any insecurities, like purge them all. Have a really good cleanse, clear out, you know, all your emotions, release these emotions, write letters, burn them, salt bath, sage, get out in nature, just cry and purge until you feel cleansed and clear, because it's only through that experience that you can really remove those negative and blocking energies. So, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to now see what is going on between you both, and then we're going to look into what is coming next in this connection. So let us see. Let me get my new deck. Okay, we are going to use the Modern Witch Tarot to see what is going on between you both. So what is going on between you both at the moment? We have the Ace of Pentacles. So right now, what's happening between you both is there's going to be this opportunity or offer. We have the Magician and we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I actually feel like this is about, you know, what's happening between you both. There seems to be some kind of personal fulfillment which is needed, and this alignment. You know, we have the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles, so there's lots of new beginnings here. I do feel with this Ace of Pentacles, what's happening between you both is there is this fresh energy coming, this opportunity, this something here to seize. But you have to focus on your alignment first of all. In order for this to appear in the 3D, you have to really be aligned with that new beginning. The Eight of Cups in reverse is kind of telling me that there's still something for both of you to find. So right now you're both doing a bit of soul searching, looking for what's missing in your lives, what areas you don't feel balanced or whole individually. Filling those gaps, making yourselves feel really whole and complete, very balanced and stable and secure in yourselves. And that is when there's going to be this new beginning, this opportunity. So where's it gone? Let me use this Soul Connections journey to see what is happening between you both at the moment. There might have even recently been like a new beginning between you both, but it's just not quite there just yet. Look, we have forgiven miracles. So right now, literally, you know, Divine Feminines, we have forgiveness coming out for you. So Divine Feminines, as you forgive, that is what attracts these miracles. So right now you are working on this forgiveness, and as you forgive, like I said, there's going to be this big, big breakthrough. That is what brings about this Ace of Pentacles here. So let me get a card from the Divine Connections journey. Breakthrough. Yeah, guys, you at present are about to experience a big breakthrough. Action is on the bottom. So even if you're not seeing that action at present, it doesn't mean you're not experiencing this breakthrough, because this is now progressing. Obstacles are being removed. So as you follow the guidance that you've received in this reading and, you know, pay attention to that current energies, you're going to be removing these obstacles and preparing for a huge breakthrough. I can't wait to see what this is about. So in the extended version of this reading, you are now going to find out, you know, what is coming next in this connection. So I'm going to post a link to the extended version of this reading in the description box below. It's going to be on my website, www.sacredspace.co.uk, and we're going to go into loads of detail about what is coming next in this connection. So yeah, do check that out if this reading has resonated. Some of you have definitely got all the info you need already, and you won't want to check that out, and that's fine. But for those of you who do want to know what is coming next, we're going to look into that now. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, comment, and also hit subscribe. And yeah, join me in the extended version for all the juicy details.